Today is about to be sit and play with product for the first time in a very long time. I've done nothing but minimal makeup for like a year now, I swear. No, probably not a year, like 6 months, something like that. My last makeup video that I posted was kind of my everyday stuff that I've been doing, so check that out if you want to see that. But since having a baby and even the end of being pregnant, I just like wasn't wearing anything. So this will be kind of playing around again for the first time in a long time. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer to start. I used this a couple times, but I don't even remember how I felt about it at all. I'm not a huge primer person, but it's been a few hours since I had skincare on at all, so actually feels pretty good. It was like nice and slippy, but now it's kind of set down a little bit. Smoothed everything out slightly. Okay, as sort of another primer step, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Under Eye Corrector. I feel like this is a nice step so that I don't feel like I have to use so much concealer and product later. Just put it where I'm most blue right here, and I do it with both hands at the same time because it's sheer enough that you can't really tell how well you blended it out or not, so it's just easy to slap on quick. Brighten things up a little. I have no idea what I'm doing for my eyes, so I wonder, should I start there? I don't know. I feel like I need to get my base on to feel like I can play around a little bit with my eyes just because it's been so long that if I start now, I'll be like, I don't even know what to do. So I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator as well. I don't know that I love this, but I don't have anything else that I want to use. Ooh, actually, let's start with concealer. This is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. I think this is a little bit dark for me right now. This is the shade Buff, but sometimes I like doing concealer before foundation because then I don't use as much. Oh yeah, it's a little dark. I don't use as much foundation after that. I'm gonna cover up some little spots to start. I'm just setting the baby monitor. I had to take a brief pause to put the baby down for a nap. He doesn't sleep very long right now, so we'll see how much time we have. Like I said, I had to pause for a minute, so I did blend out a little bit of that concealer, but I'll just put a little bit more on, kind of for video's sake, to be honest with you, because I feel like it looks pretty good. But this stuff is so thin that it doesn't even matter. You can put on kind of, not even, I wouldn't put on a lot, but you can put on quite a bit and it's okay. He sleeps okay in here. Since I already put some, I'm just gonna blend it kind of all over. There. Give us a nice base so that we don't have to go in with as much foundation. I swear I seriously don't even feel like I need foundation after blending that out. And I've been kind of in and out of the room already, and it looks really good. That stuff's just so thin, I really like it. I am gonna use a little bit of the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator just for fun, because I don't really remember it. I used it a couple times, but that was it, and I don't need a ton of coverage because that did really good, so I'm just gonna get a little. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like lately putting foundation on it just does not look like it matches me at all. So it's been nicer to just go without, because then I can put concealer where I need it, and then it just blends into my natural skin. So even if the concealer is like not the right exact shade, it all just sort of like blends in together really easily. So I feel like that's been looking a lot better, because like even this, I'm like, doesn't that look kind of pink or like weird? I don't know. I'll put a little on my neck. Not that I'm going anywhere, so it doesn't matter, but yeah, I feel like it's a little orangey or something. You can tell, especially now that I put it on my neck, that it's a little, something's a little different, but it's okay. Nothing's a perfect match, right? Okay, got that all over my collar. I'm so excited because I've been wanting one of these rose ink blushes since they, since they came out, but since I started seeing reviews. These look so pretty, and the heliotrope shade is definitely up my alley, so I thought I'd try that. I think I'll put it on with my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Perfection brush. I love this for cream, like blush and bronzer. I need to get the foundation off my hand before it drips everywhere. I feel like I remember hearing these are pretty pigmented. It seems kind of stiff so far, but it's the first time I'm using it, so. That's pretty. Ooh, actually, I like the sheen a lot because it's like really minimal, but there is a little bit of a sheen to it. But it's like mostly kind of matte, which is cool. Because I'm a little more oily and have texture and stuff, it's nicer to have sort of more matte products on the cheeks, but this still looks pretty like healthy. Cute. Did I put on a lot? Maybe. I like that. Actually, I put on a tiny bit, but I'm gonna try to use my fingers and see how that goes. Oh, it is very like stiff. Wow. It's like so stiff and thick feeling. I don't know if you can see that. That is so interesting. Now that I've kind of warmed it up on my hands, it's a little bit creamier, but when I first put my hands through, it's like sticking. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh my gosh, what have I done? That was a lot. I seriously haven't like played with anything new in so long that I'm like, what? How do I even do this? Okay, well that was a ton. I probably could blend it out with my fingers, but I'm just not going to because, to be honest with you, I don't really like doing that anyways. I feel like it's just a mess. I'd rather use a brush in like pretty much every sense. But look at that. That actually diffused it out perfect. I like it. I like it. I like it. It feels pretty smooth, and it actually doesn't feel too sticky. I thought it was gonna feel really like goopy and sticky, but it really doesn't. I'm gonna take just like a touch of this PYT blush in Exhale, just like barely any, just to kind of set that down a little bit. I don't know. And then I have this, oh, I already opened it, this Pat McGrath setting powder I'm gonna use on my under eyes. I haven't used a loose powder in a while and I just fluffed it literally everywhere. Oh my gosh. Guys, it's been a while. I'll set the lids a little bit too. I don't know what I'm gonna do on there. I wanna play and have fun, but I'm worried I'm gonna run out of time with the babe. So we'll see what we get up to. Since I'm just sitting here, I'm gonna put on some of this lifter gloss from Maybelline in Petal. Cute. I'm gonna blot a little bit of it off just because it's very pigmented. And I have nothing else on, so it looks a little out of place. And then I'm gonna fill in my brows with the Aqua Resist Brow Fixer from Makeup Forever. I feel like this is a look I would wear out every day. So I'm like, let's cover my basics and then I'll come back and see what else we have time for. I was talking about this in a previous video, but I seriously think that after I run out of this brow fixer, I'm going to get a different kind of brow cream type situation to fill in my brows because I loved this when I first got it, but I really feel like it's like dry already and I haven't used it all that long. And my Charlotte Tilbury one lasted way longer. I don't know if I'll get the Charlotte Tilbury one again. I've heard really good things about the Persona Cosmetics Swipe Up Brow Gel. It seems like the kind of product where you can do this, like you can fill in and shape and set everything all at once, which I really like. Because brows are just not that fun to do, to be honest. I've never really cared if my brows looked like identically the same. I don't know why, it just doesn't bother me. So I don't think it should bother you either. It doesn't matter, and they're never gonna look identical. To be honest, maybe it's because I have nothing on my eyes. I feel a little clowny so far, but we're not done, so we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna go into this Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette from like 2 Christmases ago and just take the bronzer and put a little bronzer on. Maybe that will help with my ghosty feeling. So I just feel like I look really pale and then my lips and cheeks are like bang. which is, I don't know, probably not the best look. I need to get some new makeup though. I'm like so bored of all my products. I've gotten rid of so many things, which has been awesome. I'm just like bored of everything. I don't know. I don't like any of it. I've seen a lot of new things come out recently that I've been like really interested in. And so I just want to get new stuff. I think what I'm going to do, since I'm not really buying a lot of makeup right now, is do a video where I run you through like my wish list. Like if I could create my perfect makeup vanity, like what kind of products it would include, what I'm hoping to buy and try out hopefully soon, but we'll see, because I might, I don't know, but I think that'd be kind of fun, like window shop almost, and like show you all the things that I would like to get. I've gotten rid of so many of my eyeshadow palettes, especially because I like never wear eyeshadow. Looking at these palettes, I like don't feel like I want to use any of them, so I'm like, I really need some new stuff. I'm looking for a small angle brush, which I cannot find for whatever reason. Probably in here. Yep. Okay, there we go. Okay, so with an angle brush, I'm just going into this Bare Necessities palette from ColourPop. It's pretty, but I'm like, meh, a little bit about it. I don't know. But it's got your basic shades. So I'm going to take a, let's see, I'm going to take this shade right here. Oop. I'm going to take that one, Tabloid. Oh, this mirror is the worst. Okay. I'm going to start making sort of just like a little like wing from almost from the bottom lash line. We'll see if this works for me. I have very saggy eyelids, so I'm not sure. I never can get wings to work, but I figure if I start from my lower lash line and use eyeshadow, I might be able to do it. I see Julia Adams doing this all the time and it looks so cute. So I thought I'd try it. I think this is gonna be pretty. See, this is my harder eye. Because it just sags so much. You see all the folds I have to work through? So I'm trying really hard to leave my eye like open and looking straight ahead of me so that I can see where it's gonna lay when my eyes are open. And then I'm gonna kind of look back a little and then fill in any little gaps. And we'll see if this works. I really like this whole like reverse wing. I don't know what you would call this. Are those even? Kind of. This one's kind of sagging a little bit, but you know what? It's not terrible. Given my crazy eyes, even when I had my makeup done for my wedding, which was by a professional, and she's like really, she's awesome, she's really good, she couldn't get my wings to work. We tried it at the trial. I was like, listen, it never works out, so if you can't do it, it's fine. And we kind of did it, but not really. So it makes me feel a little bit better that it's not just me. I'm taking a clean brush and I'm just gonna like kind of flick that up a little bit. And then if I need to take some concealer down there after and kind of clean it up, I will. Now that I have that on, I'm just gonna kind of carry that in on the upper lid a little bit. Or all the way, apparently. Hope you can see. I still don't have a monitor. I'm just being really messy with it, but I don't really mind because I think we'll just smoke it all out. This will look cool. This also is not a color that I normally would use on myself because it's a little bit warm. Okay, on the lower lashes, I'm just gonna take a lighter brown and a bigger kind of like smudger brush and fluff that around, blend it out a little bit. Wow, I haven't done this in so long. This is crazy. I used to love getting ready and doing my makeup, and it's been so long that we've like done anything and that I've had the energy or the time to get my makeup on. And I'm gonna do the same thing up here. Just smudging that out a little bit. We'll see how she looks in the end. Now that that's on, I'm actually going to take a more cool tone shade. I feel like this doesn't suit me. I don't know, I just need, or maybe it's the lip. Actually, let me take off my lip. Maybe that's the problem. Let's try. This is the Almay, I don't know what it is, in Go Wild. That might work. I don't know. I still feel more comfortable with cool tones, so I'm gonna take a different brush and just a darker, kind of more cool tone shade from that same palette. You guys probably don't even care what shades I'm using, so I'm not even gonna worry about talking about it. But just something deep and cool toned. I'm gonna add this in there. It'll give it a little more dimension too, which might be nice. Less boring. And adding that to the lower lashes as well. I actually decluttered all of my eyeliners as well. So I'm gonna be really crazy and like almost put this shadow in my waterline. Just because I love a smokier look, but I don't have anything to do it with. That looks way better, huh? Yep. I just don't think the other tones suit me. I was trying to go for something like mid-tone, you know, just trying something a little different. And the lighter colors look good on me, but I don't think that the warm tones just aren't my vibe. With this pale skin, I just feel like they always come off looking orange. And then dust off anything that got under my eyes real quick. I'm taking a really pale shimmer shade. I'm gonna put that in my inner corner. I'm gonna drag that onto the lid a little bit too, since we have nothing else going on. I think that'd be kind of pretty. I'm just gonna clean that up with a tiny bit of concealer, just to sort of get the shape a little bit more uplifted and nice. This was probably a bad idea to do such a different look for myself when it's been so long since I've done anything at all, but oh well. Okay, I'm gonna take an even lighter shade on the same little shader brush I've been using, and I still have a little bit of concealer under there, and I'm just gonna make sure that that's buffed out a little bit. So basically undoing everything I just did. So that makes a lot of sense. Nice. Let's put mascara on and then we'll be able to decide for sure if it actually looks good or not. I'm using the Thrive liquid lash extensions, mainly because then when I go to take it off, it will be a breeze. My lashes have been looking really bad. I feel like this mascara used to almost curl them a little bit, but I don't know what, if it's like postpartum or something I did to them, or I don't know what. They look so short. Still straight. They used to be straight before, but this mascara would curl them a little bit. Now it's like not at all, and they look way short. But I promise you, I've used lash curlers and I cannot get them to do one single thing for my eyelashes. Someone commented on, oh my gosh, this just dripped a big drop on my cheek. But one time I did a review on this mascara the first time I tried it, and somebody commented and said, oh my gosh, it keeps dripping. It's probably because I haven't used it in a while. But anyway, someone commented on the video where I reviewed this and said, the way you put on mascara stresses me out. Have you ever seen anyone in their real life put on mascara in a way that doesn't look stressful? Putting mascara is just, you make weird faces. I don't know what to say. But they didn't like it. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes with this, I love this mascara. I love tubing mascaras. And I like this one better than the Cosmetics Pick Me Up, which a lot of people love that one. But the only thing with this one is sometimes you get little clumps right at the end of your lashes. So I'll just go in and kind of like pick them off if I need to. And then I feel like it looks fine. Wait a minute. Does that look cool or is that just me? I mean, my hair looks terrible. Does that look kind of cool? I think it kind of does. This is the first time I've ever done a wing that's like worked. I guess I just need to do it with shadow from now on. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of powder, what am I saying? Bronzer. I'm gonna take the same bronzer we were using and I'm gonna put it in my crease because I feel like I'm missing something. Like my eye looks naked. Naked, naked, naked. There, that's a little better. Okay, hate to say it, but my baby's awake and that's the look. My baby's gonna be chatting in the background for a second. After stepping away, I actually feel like I need to make this a little bigger. Okay, I'm so sad. Wow, this looks super crooked. Can you see me okay? I'm so sad because I just talked for forever and just fixed everything for like 5 minutes and nothing was recording. So here's what I did. Because I felt like this needed to be elongated a little bit, so I took a little bit more of that dark brown and I brought that way out here, and then I actually blended it more towards this inner part of the eye, and then took a little bit of a lighter brown to diffuse it more onto the lid, and then I took some concealer and cleaned that up a little better. I'm showing you this side because this side looked better, this side not so great, but I got really difficult eyes, okay? And I haven't done makeup in so long, and wings are hard. But I feel like it actually looks really cute. And then I fussed around with a lip color for a very long time and ended up doing the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in BFF and a classic Maybelline's Nude Lust 920. So I feel really kind of pretty and kind of funny just because I haven't worn makeup in so long, but I feel like it was turned out really good and I think it was really fun to play around with. So hopefully you enjoyed. Miles also hopes that you enjoyed it. Here's the bid. If only I had something to do, but I don't. Miles says he's gonna take me out on a date, so we're gonna go out in the town. I was gonna show you, here's a close-up in case you wanted to see. And judge me close up. Tell me how I did. I did okay, right? This side especially. Not so much this side, but I did okay. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this look. Kind of fun to try something different and just play with makeup for the first time in a very long time. And I hope you have a good one. Bye.